Hey guys, Soul Citizen here, and today I want to do a quick overview and a review for the Retaliator Bomber. Now, on the RSA website, the description pretty much goes, the Aegis Dynamics Retaliator has landed. One of the United Empire of Earth's most powerful warbirds, the Retaliator was designed as a fearsome weapons platform designed to strike and kill capital ships, a key portion of the UEE's power projection. Retaliator squadrons have served with distinction against outlaws, the Vandal, and elsewhere. This version of the Retaliator includes the bomb bay and torpedo launcher. Now, let's go into a quick technical overview. So, this thing is packing a ridiculous amount of firepower. We are talking about 5 total turret mounts. These have dual CF227 Badger laser repeaters, and it comes with 9 missiles. Sorry about that. Whoa. So it is 4 size 9 Argos IX weapons. Torpedoes, essentially. And what those torpedoes are designed to do, and what they will do in game, is they are designed to take out large capital ships or large vessels. Now, this particular vehicle, this particular ship, it doesn't really have a place as of yet in the persistent universe. I have taken this puppy out. I have done a little bit of multi-crew gameplay, and the gist of it is, as amazing as this thing is, and as massive and beautiful as it is, I'm going to be, in the background, you'll see a hangar overview of the actual ship from the top of my hangar, and like, this thing is huge, guys. It's a size 4 vehicle. It is massive. And the thing is right now, there's not a hell of a lot of use for it, unfortunately, in the persistent universe. Because we don't have capital-sized ships, something like this is honestly just overpower. The torpedo bays in this thing, which once again, in the video in the background, you'll see me walking by them and looking at them. The torpedoes are like almost half the length of some of the ships in this game. These torpedoes are specifically designed for blowing up capital ships, doing damage for massive, massive capital ships. So what you're gonna want with this thing is to put it into a fleet, maybe with a hammerhead and a few fighters, and those will act as defense, and then all of the turrets on the thing will act as defense as well. And your goal is to get as close as possible to that large capital ship that you're trying to destroy, and then launch as many torpedoes as humanly possible and take things out. It's not really something that makes a heck of a lot of sense, even if you do have enough people in your party or in your squad to actually man all of the turrets. It doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense to go out there with this thing right now and attempt to like fight off a bunch of pirates in those rings around Yela, one of those missions. I guess you could, if you had a few really talented gunners, you might be able to pull it off. But the main problem is, we just really don't have ships large enough to be the prey for this thing yet. That's not a bad thing by any means. This thing is freaking awesome. It is fun to fly. It is surprisingly maneuverable. It's no fighter. It's not an incredibly quick and agile ship. No, this thing but it's certainly not slow. Let me just say that. For its size, this thing performs very, very well. And if you look at the turret placement, which you'll see throughout my video, this thing is equipped with turrets in about every spot that you could need a turret. You have one on the lower front, one on the top of the front of the vehicle, and then you have 2 on either side of the back end and another one down below. And dude, the way that you enter the lower turrets in this is so freaking cool. Like, the chair comes up almost through the ground, you sit back into it, and then it flips you upside down, drops you down, and it's like, it's just cool. All the animations for this thing are freaking sweet. The little elevators that come out of the bottom of the craft to bring people in, it makes sense that there's two of those, one on either side of the ship, because this thing needs a pretty big crew to get off the ground, and having some like an accessibility where you can have 4 people going up into the ship at the same time is absolutely great. When I did some multi-crew gameplay with this, I actually just did it with the public chat, found a few people who were willing to take a ride with me, and I got in the ship, went over to the landing pad where each of them was, dropped the little elevators down, they were all able to come up and in, we got the turrets manned, and we had a whole bunch of fun. Fortunately, I did have a server crash during this, so I wasn't able to keep that gameplay footage. But basically, right now, this is a future purchase, right? This is a very expensive ship. Don't get me wrong, this thing is it's badass. But if you're someone who wants to play Star Citizen right now, and you're looking for like a crazy ass ship with a lot of firepower, you could get this. I would recommend only getting this if you have a large crew or a large group of friends that will man this ship with you. If you're a solo pilot that's looking for a huge amount of firepower, I don't really think this is the best ship for you. Another interesting like little side note here, which this isn't a super big deal, but for whatever reason, when I spawn it into the hangar, it looks like the ship has taken damage on the inside. Like, there's fire everywhere and smoke pouring down and sparks bouncing around, which is interesting because when I brought it out into the PU, that's not how things were. So that's a little bit weird, but we do know that they're implementing damage states for a lot of these larger crafts. So it could just be a little technical error that they'll patch out with 3.1. In terms of the other Retaliator variants, so to speak, there's only one, and it's pretty interesting because the other one is the Retaliator base, which is a lot different. It's the base version of the Retaliator. It's not the bomber version. That's still in development, or actually it's still in concept. But this one's flight ready. This puppy is ready to go. So if you purchase it, which I don't actually think it's available to purchase right now, if you are a subscriber through Star Citizen, you will get this as your monthly like flight ready vehicle, which is pretty cool. Just to be able to have this thing in your hangar, check it out, you know, take it for a ride. But once again, the one thing that I did want to really like point out in this video is this is an addition to an already powerful fleet. This is not a vehicle that makes a lot of sense to be the core of your fleet, for many different reasons. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Like, this thing is a very specialized craft. It's not a multi-role craft. For instance, there is 0 cargo capacity in this entire ship. 0. Yes, you could do flight recorder and black box missions by taking the black box up the elevator and into the ship and tossing it down somewhere. I haven't tried that, but I'm guessing it would work. It might take a little bit of finagling, but it would probably work. But with that in mind, you guys really got to see this as maybe for those of you who are in an organization and you guys are trying to build out a powerful military-esque fleet. This is a great addition. Everybody needs a heavy bomber. I mean, come on. And also, one thing I do have to say about this vehicle, it is gorgeous. Like, this thing is just sleek. It is badass. It's just a cool ship. The interior layout is really cool. A bit confusing if you haven't gone through it yet. Like, it doesn't make a ton of sense. But with that said, once you figure it out and take the passages down the hallways a couple times, and then you figure out, oh, if I go up the ladder, there's another little cubby up there, and that's how I get to my top turret. That is cool. One tiny complaint that I have about this ship is that for a ship with so many crew posts, meaning like, you know, like 4 to 5 people in this ship at once, the fact that it only includes 1 bed is kind of silly to me. Yeah, that just doesn't really make a huge amount of sense. And one other thing I wanted to note is if you purchase the Retaliator base in concept sale right now, you're going to actually end up with the Retaliator Bomber as like the placeholder for it. So just keep that in mind. It is a fun ship. If you have a bunch of people to get together and play it with you, it's great. This might be a good reason to subscribe to Star Citizen right now. The subscriptions are $10 and you get a monthly allotment of REC, so you can test out other ships if you'd like, and you also get this Bad Larry to check out in your hangar and, you know, fly it around. Overall, very, very cool ship. Incredibly excited about the potential for this particular vehicle, but not incredibly useful in the universe right now. So with that, guys, that's just a quick overview and slight review of the Aegis Retaliator. So let me know what you guys think down in the description. Please like and subscribe if you want to hear more of my videos and content. Check out the other videos that we've released recently. A couple of them have been doing quite well. And I just want to thank everyone for all of your support. We are gaining subscribers super quick. It's only been a week. We're at 220 already, right around there at the time of recording. And I just really, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank you guys. I really want this to be a community-driven channel. So give me ideas, give me your criticisms, give me your requests for videos, and I will absolutely try to fulfill them. Also, I just recently started a Patreon page. The reason that I started this Patreon page is because when I started this channel, I'm recording off a phone and I'm using a mid-spec PC. It would be great to get some Patreon subscribers together. The channel will grow, and I am giving 100% commitment that every dollar through Patreon that this channel earns will be put directly back into making better content for you guys. Our first goal on Patreon is going to be to get 100 subscribers, or right around there, and that'll allow me to get a capture card, and then we can start doing live streams and community gameplay and community Q&A sessions. So let me know what you guys think. Also, check out down in the description, we will have a link to our brand new Discord as well. So if you guys want to get together, have some cool discussions, and play some Star Citizen, that will be the place to do it. Thank you so much for watching Soul Citizen, and as always, I will see you around the verse. Soul Citizen out.